Hello and welcome back to A Shot of Wildlife. In this video, I'm going to tell you 8 fascinating facts that most people don't know about birds. Fact number 1 is that birds have hollow bones. Now before you leave this video, if you already knew that, I'm going to take a bit of a closer look, as this is not true for every type of bird, and bird bones are not lighter than similar sized mammals. That's right, if you weighed the bones of a sparrow and compared them to the bones of a mouse of the same size, the bird's bones might actually be slightly heavier. This is because the material in birds' bones is denser, allowing them to have pockets of air inside whilst remaining really strong and stiff. Several types of birds, puffins, penguins, and some diving species have lost their hollow bones and have bones similar to mammals. This is because these species either cannot fly or they've prioritised swimming over flying. Having less air in their bones means that they are able to dive deeper and to stay underwater with less effort. Interestingly, some land-based flightless birds, such as ostriches and emus, do still have hollow bones. In most birds, their eyes are fixed within their sockets and can only move a very small amount. Unlike mammals, birds' eyes are not very round, and instead of moving their eyes like we would to look around, they often move their entire heads instead. Some species have flattened, almost disc-shaped eyes, which gives them a great field of view, whereas others have tubular-shaped eyes, which allows them to see in low light and to have a brilliant sense of depth perception. Birds also have a second eyelid, called a nictitating membrane, which helps to keep their eyes moist and free of debris. Whilst most birds sleep the same way as us, with both eyes closed and resting their entire brain, there are many species that literally sleep with one eye open. This is known as unihemispheric slow wave sleep. They rest one half of their brain at a time, keeping one eye open and meaning that they can remain vigilant to danger. Birds that do this include waterfowl, blackbirds, and peregrine falcons, but there are some that take it a step further. Swifts can remain on the wing for months at a time and use unihemispheric slow wave sleep to rest whilst doing so. Some long distance migrants do the same, resting whilst flying to get to their destination without having to land. Fact number 4 might be quite surprising. Birds don't pee. They don't produce liquid urine, and they don't even have bladders. Instead, they produce a paste-like substance known as urate, which they release within their drop-ins and which makes up the white parts of bird poo. This may have evolved to help them remain light enough to fly, although some evidence suggests that the dinosaur ancestors of birds didn't have bladders either. Earlier in this video, I spoke about how the shapes of birds' eyes are different to mammals. Well, they have different capabilities too. Some species have a protein in their eye that allows them to see some of the Earth's magnetic field and to find their way during migration. Some birds also have the ability to see in ultraviolet light, allowing them to communicate through feather colourings that we can't see, and to track prey like voles who leave ultraviolet trails. The average body temperature for a mammal is between 36 and 38 degrees, but birds run slightly hotter. Their body temperature is typically around 40 degrees. This is because of their higher metabolic rate, meaning they produce more heat converting food into energy within their bodies. Their feathers also allow them to retain a lot of the heat that they do produce, but their increased metabolic rate does mean that they have to eat more food compared to mammals of a similar size. A lot of birds sing to claim territories and to attract a mate, and in most species this is a learnt behaviour, with young birds listening to and then copying their parents or other adult birds that are near them whilst they are young. But in some species, their songs are unquestionably genetic. For example, juvenile cuckoos never hear the song of their real parents whilst being raised by other species, yet they always produce the cuckoo call when they are adults themselves. The way that birds breathe and absorb oxygen is the most efficient of all vertebrates. Instead of air going in and out of the same tubes, Birds have a one-way airflow through their lungs, with 9 air sacs around their bodies that keep oxygen moving efficiently in a single direction. This allows fresh air to pump into their lungs as they inhale and as they exhale, and keeps their oxygen levels high enough to sustain flight for long periods of time. And that's all 8 facts. Let me know if you knew any of them already. Check out this video for a deeper dive into a bird of the UK.